Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the Lost Isle Zoo here on the ZAWA Together server. Fun little server that you guys can join. Patreon link down in the description if you are interested in coming and building a zoo with me, actually. I think that would be a lot of fun. There is quite a few charismatic people that are here on the server playing, one of which I have a little package for right here. Cinnamon, if you're watching, man, you got to get on the server. You got to stop all this working and stuff and get your new PC, man. I'm rooting for you. Get on the server again and open this box. It's for you. Alright, if you guys did not see the latest live stream, we did a little animal hunting since we added the new mod to the pack, the Wonders of the World pack. Now we have servals, okay? We have a bunch of different animals here, including these things too. Hoopos? Yeah, they're a type of bird. I also went ahead and killed a dragon in the live stream so that he could get himself an elytra and dragon egg, because he's just a poor guy who didn't have one. And I was like, yeah, no problem, I got you, man. So alright, so this is a package for Cinnamon when he gets back on the server. He's going to breed these up. There's a male and a female there, and there's a male and a female of these things there. And just give me some of the offspring so I can get to making some exhibits. Now, speaking of making some exhibits, we have not made an exhibit in a hot minute because I have a lot of terraforming to do. So if you have not been watching the live streams, let's just do a little flyover here, because I have actually finished quite a bit of the landscaping here on the original island. Look at all the green. Okay, it's no longer stone. It's no longer stone. So we added this towards the end of the stream. I had to cut the stream a little short because I had to go be dad. I had to go be on dad duty. But we did get a lot of the grass put down in here. Woo, big leg spike. But look at all the greenery we got done. Wow, words are tough. Did you know that words are kind of tough sometimes? But check this out. Like all that stuff over there, we finished all that. The connection between where the ruins are, that's all finished there. And then we did this little island over here. You guys got to watch me build some palm trees. I know you like that. And we finished all the greenery in this area too. So everything is done. We replaced some of the palm trees over here that were still the naturally generated ones and put down some of the custom ones that we have. So everything's looking snazzy. The zoo is looking quite nice. At least the start entrance way. I still have to get the galleon built right here. That's going to be at the docks. It's going to probably be between episodes thing because that takes a long time. A whole lot of block placement and stepping back and wondering if that's right or not. Doesn't even make for a good time lapse because it takes so long. But I'll probably... Ooh, I'm falling in the water. I'll probably build it right here where I'm in the water, actually. This is probably where I'll build it. So, alright, so in today's episode, though, we have some work to do. I don't want to actually keep doing some landscaping. We've been doing that quite a bit. I need to, but I don't really want to, okay? I want to build an exhibit again. I don't have a lot of land to build an exhibit. However, there is one thing that I have been kind of putting off, brainstorming, thinking about. You can probably tell because of the title of the video, and that is that area right over there. Okay, so let's look at the map. All right, so we're talking like this peninsula right here. This peninsula represents the aquarium. And the aquarium is what we need to kind of build. So this is going to actually take quite a bit of landscaping that I said I didn't want to do. I'm looking at stonework, okay? I'm not looking at doing the actual like foliage right now. I'll have to, but I'm looking at just doing the stonework right now and getting this laid out and hopefully crush in an exhibit. I'm probably not going to do all the stonework in today's episode. I'm probably going to just do the wireframing for a lot of it, because I want to build the orca exhibit today if I can. Now that's a big feat. It's a big feat, and I'm tired, and I have no idea if I'm going to be able to stay awake or if this episode's going to release sometime. If you're watching it on Friday, then hey, it worked. Everything worked out. But the plan is to build a nice big, like, kind of circular exhibit for the orca. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle, so I'm just going to wing it. Okay, it can be like a shape, like an organic shape that's kind of like right in here. And then do some of the wireframing around it as well. I'm probably not going to be able to wire out the entire aquarium area, but I'll get some of it done. But it's going to go right in here. Big old tank for the orca. And then I kind of want to have like a viewing area where like it's kind of like like an area that goes in between the cliff edges, so that you have these towering cliff edges up on either side of you. And on the left-hand side, a big glass window looking into the orca tank. Okay, so that's the plan. Okay, that's the plan. Now that's a lofty goal, but I think I can get it done. I just have to do a little bit of the landscaping around here to get a start going.
Hold me close. close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
behold my big pool. Okay. Now that's what that's supposed to be, in case you guys are wondering. All right, that's going to be a pool. Now I did go ahead and outline where the big giant glass glass window is going to be right here. So people, this is going to be this like I don't have any blocks. Hold on, wait 1 second. Hold on. Professional. I'm gonna grab some stone here. This is going to be ground level right here. Okay. So this will be like a path right here. Oh my gosh, look at these things everywhere. I got bit like a couple times making this. But yeah, this is gonna be a path right here. You know, a rather wide one too. So, gonna be kind of generous with this. It's gonna probably go out to, yeah, probably right about here. I'm thinking, maybe even a little bit farther. Yeah, probably like right about here. Okay, it's gonna be pretty wide because on the other side there's gonna be another towering cliff that's gonna have other aquariums with other animals in it. Hold on 1 second. Timeout. Okay, time in. So there's gonna be other exhibits then for other sea animals on the other side here too. But this big window right here, it's gonna be this path that goes all the way down this way and then it connects to over there. That is going to be a all just 100% for the orca. Okay, so I do want to design a little bit of something on the inside of this that looks kind of appealing. I want the ground level to be right here, this stone right here. Okay, so basically I got to fill in all this still. I do have some... Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Time out. Okay. I do have some some blocks for this here. I don't think I have enough actually. Was it in the glass backpack? Was I? Nope, no, that's where I was using that as a dump chest. Is it in the dump chest? There we go. I got some sand. Okay, I need some sand and gravel, and I only have like 10 bits of gravel and a whole lot of sand. But I want to fill this area in with primarily a sandy bottom. And then have some gravel patches in there too. Maybe possibly put like part of a shipwreck in here. I think that would look really cool because it's big enough that you could probably put like the bow of the ship or something poking up out of the sand. Yeah, maybe, you know. And then have the orca swimming around here. I think I only have one orca captured, maybe two. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to go look. I think actually no, I might have to. If not, I live next to an ocean, so I've got an orca around here somewhere I can catch. But I don't want this to be a completely flat bottom either. So it's going to raise up a little bit in a couple different parts. Maybe kind of like, where's my torches? Maybe we'll put an elevation change. X marks the spot. This is a terrible X. Right there will be one elevation change. And then the other one will be probably like right over here, okay? Professional marking right there. So there'll be like two little mounds, and then there'll be like maybe the part of the shipwreck sticking up kind of wedged, either cradled in between them or kind of like nestled in between them. And when I mean mounds, I mean maybe like a block or two of elevation change. It's not going to be anything huge, okay? And then the orca will have about 8 blocks of water, 8 meters or so, to be swimming around in here, which I don't really know if that's the correct amount, but I think it's fitting for the zoo. It fits, you know, size-wise for the zoo. But I do have to worry, of course, about orcas because they do jump, and they can free willy out of the water there. So I do have to kind of worry about that. I also have to worry about tarantulas, but that's just more of a me thing. There's still one around here somewhere. Right there. Got him. But yeah, they do jump also. The orcas jump. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind because they can absolutely jump out of the water. So I am going to have to raise things up a little bit to prevent that from happening. So that's kind of a thing. But okay, I gotta go grab a little bit more. I probably have enough sand. I gotta go grab more gravel primarily, and let's get some sand and gravel put in here so this doesn't look like just a flat bottom. bottom of the ocean. There it is. Bam. All right, now this is not actually done. I was talking about maybe adding like part of a shipwreck or something in here too, and I still want to do that. However, I had an epiphany. I had a realization that as soon as I put all the details of like the shipwreck and stuff in here and any other details that I want to put in here, I am going to have to go through and try to flood all of those blocks, and that is going to suck. Speaking of things that suck, there's a tarantula. It's going to suck to try to do that because it's going to be a lot of little nooks and crannies. However, I could make it a lot easier on myself if I flood it right now. Like if I do the rest of this build underwater, then this would probably go a lot better. And you know what? Thanks to the shader pack I'm using and the fact that I have night vision whenever I touch water, thanks to the backpack, I think that it will probably look pretty good on YouTube still. Like I don't think it's going to look horrible. So I think the next thing to do is fill in this glass right here. And then I think I have it cooked up. The glass backpack I think I emptied out because I needed to use it as a dump chest. But fill in this area with the glass and then fill in this whole thing with water. At least until... Yeah, I guess I might go until just the bottom of those bricks right there. So right where my crosshair is right here. Yeah, fill this whole thing with water. All right, so glass first, and then a whole lot of water. Have I ever mentioned that I absolutely love the way that the shader looks? I love how it looks. Now, it does take away kind of the Minecraft water feel. It's not as blue, so like the waterfall that we have like over there that you can't see because it's from the water. That waterfall we added in the live stream last weekend, and oh my gosh, for crying out loud, let's just go look at it. And you can't really see it too well because of the shader pack. It's right there, that one right there. You guys see it? See the waterfall? See it? It look beautiful. It's not as blue though. It kind of looks gray, but that's because it kind of looks like actual natural water. And grand scale of things, with the reflective nature of it all and stuff, it looks fantastic, you know. So there's some pluses and some negatives to the shader pack, but ultimately I think it's a plus. Now, oh, that was a smooth landing. Now, what does this look like when I get underwater? Because remember, underwater in Minecraft probably looks pretty bad on YouTube. However, with the shader pack and the night vision, aha, it looks like that. Now, we actually are getting some of these cichlids. Cichlid? One of them. We're getting fish. We're getting fish in here, just naturally spawning because they spawn in the volcanic plains. So, anyone who's on the server, I'm not actually putting any of these cichlids in here. So anyone who's on the server, if you want to come in here and just kind of like, just don't hit the whale when you're in here and you see some of these guys here and you want some for your zoo, just go ahead and grab a bucket. They fit in the bucket really nice. Like I even caught one here. Just scoop them up, put them in your aquarium. Come get them. They're right here. They'll keep respawning, it looks like. But okay, so let's get to doing some building real quick here now that we've got this. It's basically like a little version of creative mode, which is kind of crazy. I got myself some dark oak planks here. I want to actually fit like part of the shipwreck sticking out of the water. Maybe not like right back in here, but right up front. Because I don't actually really know. Hold on, let me grab my balls real quick. I don't really know if, just yeet this up that way. I don't really know if people are going to be able to easily see inside here or not. So let's just actually take a peek. See, it might not look that great for people on the outside here. Like here, Mr. Tarantula, does this look good? Yeah, people might not be able to see this. Yeah, see, it does get kind of dark in there. Now I could put some glowstone or something on the ground in there so that people can see. And I think it may be more closer to midday. It might be a little bit easier to see in there too. But it's kind of dark. It's gonna be kind of difficult to see. So, yeah, with night vision it would work really good too. But maybe I'll have a night vision potion stand like here so that people can see inside the water easily enough. It's actually not a bad idea. But yeah, as far as me, I can see while I'm in there, but on the outside, not so much. As a result, I don't really want to hide the shipwreck way in the back. Well, I mean, I guess I could now that I was thinking about the night vision stall thing. I'll just yeet my balls up there. But yeah, I guess that'll work now. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we can go ahead and put the night vision, or put the shipwreck back here a little bit. Now this is not gonna be a full length one, all right? Like I said, this is just gonna be like the bow of the ship or something like that. So let's actually just kind of start putting down some blocks here and see what we can come up with.
A few moments later.
Okay, there we go. We got the shipwreck put in. Now, this isn't like super detailed or anything like that, but I did go ahead and add a mast sticking out of the water, which I could probably add a little bit more detail on this. Honestly, this isn't as good. In fact, you know, I come to think of it, I think that this cross beam right here should be actually in front of the other mast. So that's kind of a whoopsie mistake there. It is also getting nighttime and creepers be creeping. I'm going to take a power nap, and I'm going to do it at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, did a little tweaking with the mast there, and now that I've taken that power nap, and this is what I got. I'm still not a huge fan of it. Let me eat my balls up there real quick, because I want to change one thing up here. I want to get a craftable area for a second. Let's go ahead and grab a few of these, because I want to change up the end of these masts. I believe I have, I'm just going to put faith in it. I think I have fence posts underneath here, so, haha, yes I do, alright. I'm gonna change up the ends of these masts a little bit and get these slabs in here and do something like this. Sorry, now this is something that I do on the larger galleons also, but let's change it up just a little bit like that, and do that on the other end here too. In fact, I'm pretty sure the entire mast I don't make out of logs at all. It's been a little while since I built one of these things. I think I built the entire thing out of just planks, but you know what? We're just gonna wing it on this one just a little bit. Let's go ahead and remove that, and then we'll put down some slabs like so, and then maybe on this one we'll do a full block like so. Alright, how's that look? Does that look bad? Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, I think that looks okay. I think we'll call it good enough. This isn't actually the main part though, is this is supposed to be just like a little detail inside of the exhibit. So the rest of the exhibit is kind of what I have to focus on now though. So we have our shipwreck here inside of the orca exhibit, as well as a whole bunch of these cichlids showing up. Okay, so again, people, if you're on the server and you need some of these things, they come in all different colors too. Look at these things. So come and grab them. Alright, so now we got to add some more details, I guess, around the aquarium, this whole aquarium itself. Now the problem is like, I was going to go grab some coral reefs and make this all super colorful, but I don't believe orcas reside there. Unless I'm horribly mistaken, but I don't believe that that's where orcas reside. I don't think they really live in coral reefs. So it doesn't really make much sense to put them there. So instead of doing that, why don't we actually design this to look kind of like a rocky stone bottom kind of thing, and maybe sprinkle in some life at the bottom of it, as far as like some kelp and whatnot in here instead. I think that might look a little bit better. We'll save all the colorful, like, aquatic stuff as far as coral and whatnot for things like these guys, you know, for when we build their aquarium. So let's start off by grabbing ourselves some stone. Do I have some stone? I should have some stone. I got a lot of stone. You know, I've actually collected quite a bit. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm digging out a volcano. So, alright, we're going to create, like, some stone piles kind of in here, too. Kind of jutting up a little bit. And I don't want to go too crazy with these because I don't want it to be, like, something that's going to be, like, stabbing the orca. So, where is it? Backpack? No, ground backpack. Well, let's look in here and grab ourselves some of these slabs, cobble slabs, and then we'll decorate this stone pile up a little bit with these things to kind of make this look a little bit more custom and a little bit more interesting. Okay, so then I'm going to actually kind of change out some of these blocks with like gravel, so that it looks a little bit more intriguing. In fact, like this top one too, especially. Take that out. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. We're going to dot a couple of these here throughout the entire aquarium. You know, kind of maybe one, maybe a small one back there, and another large one somewhere over here. Okay, so this is starting to look a lot better already, now that we've added a little something to this this barren wasteland of the bottom of the ocean here. Why don't we actually have a little bit more fun with this, though? Because remember, there's a lot of ruins in this area, are there not? So why not grab, as soon as my eyeballs see it right there, the dump chest here, and we're going to grab some of these bricks out of here, including the mossy stone. We'll grab the regular bricks too, sure, why not, and the cracked stone, I think, will look good. We'll start with these for right now, and then we'll change it up and make this look a little weathered and worn a little bit, but let's go ahead. It's weird that all these cichlids are like spawning over here and like nothing over there. I don't know what's up with that. That's kind of freaking me out. But let's go ahead and actually add in, maybe over here actually, a little bit of a ruined structure, if not just like a couple of like stone pillars that kind of make it look like there was ruins here. Something actually like this here. Yeah, we'll do like semi-ruined structure, just little bits of ruins here in the water. Something kind of along the lines of that. Actually, I kind of like how that looks. Like that looks like some buried ruins, like underneath the sand a little bit, you know? Like there's something there. Like if you were a diver, you'd have to start digging a little, you know, there's something there. And I kind of like how that looks, so maybe we'll actually add that in another spot over here as well. got a little carried away. I kind of added little bits of ruins through basically everywhere. It's through the entire thing. So it really makes this look kind of like more like a rocky / sandy bottom. And I really think that that's a really cool touch. Now I do have to kind of raise the sand up a little in a couple of spots here. You know, basically so that the sand would have, as it was drifting around in the currents, it would have kind of been caught on some of these things, if not sand and possibly even gravel. Kind of raise that up in places as well. Nothing too fancy though. I think that maybe having it kind of bunts up against where the glass is as well kind of would look pretty good. Something kind of along the lines of this. Just a couple little spots here or there. Okay, I'm thinking that the ground in here looks pretty good. If I were to add anything, I might add like coarse dirt in here as well. Add just another block, but I think it's too much. I think it'd be too much. Plus, there is some coarse dirt around here where the ship was kind of sticking out of the ground. You know, maybe like because in lore, the ship would have been sinking, hit the bottom, skipped off the bottom, and kind of like a shovel scoop, kind of dug some of this up, and then came to rest right here where it's at. You know, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, so let's do some inventory sorting here because this is a disaster. But we're gonna be diving into the plants backpack here in just a second. All right, let's inhale a chicken underwater here, maybe even 2, and then let's open this up here real quick. What kind of plants can we put in the water? Do I have anything in here that I can that I can use? I have some stuff I can put on top of the water. But I don't think I have anything I can put in the water. So we're going to have to get a little creative, maybe take a little field trip and go pick up some new supplies. And something that can make this look more like it's underwater, actually. And what better way to find plants that grow underwater than to go underwater? All right, so looks like some kelp would probably be a good idea. Now, kelp grows in a... There's no real way to stop kelp. But I believe if we press F3, there is a way to look at the age of kelp. So like on the right-hand side of the screen, it says targeted block and it shows you the coordinates. And then it says Minecraft kelp age 25. And I believe 25 is the maximum age for that. Now you look at the top block, so 25 here, and these have all stopped growing. I've been in this area for quite some time. I haven't harvested this since I actually first got to look at the God rays coming through there. That looks incredible. I haven't been here actually. Look at the God rays coming through here. Look, I love the underwater look in this shader. Sorry, I'm gushing. Okay, so age 25 is the maximum age. However, it just kind of hits that sometimes. So like that's the reason why some of these guys like down here are really short. I'm pretty sure that if we look at this, they'll say age 25 also. Yes, age 25. But if we bust that one off, it kind of resets everything. And then this one right here says age 17. So this will grow. This will start growing then. Okay, so there's no real way to stop that, so we might just have to plant some kelp and just kind of hope, hey, hi Orca, I'm actually going to be building you a place here in just a second. I have one of your brethren captured already, so go live free. So I do need to grab some kelp, basically, is what I'm saying, and get to planting some of this. I have some of this, maybe? I can't remember. I cooked up a lot of kelp, but my super smelter in the base is running off of kelp blocks because it's a very easy renewable resource. And I have an ocean of kelp next to me, so why wouldn't I? But let's grab some kelp. I don't want to make it a kelp forest like this, though, because people are still going to need to be able to look in there and see the orca. So I'm not going to go berserk with this stuff. Just kind of sparingly put it around, though. Excuse me, good sir. Would you please point me in the direction of some seagrass that I could harvest? Oh, God. Oh, geez. There's a trident guy around. Hi, excuse me. You want to drop that, buddy? Want to be a pal? Want to be a good old friend? Oh, want to have a massive leg spike? He did not drop it. I do have a trident, but I don't need another one. But it would be nice to grab one anyway. I could sell it at my shop. It would be turkey balls and a trident. That'd be great. But yeah, it's seagrass. I want to grab some seagrass now. So can I just like grab any one of these tridents here? Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so there is obviously some seagrass here. I can also put this in place with bone meal. So I guess I don't really need to. I'll grab a couple pieces though, just so that I can manually place it wherever I want. Plus, is that just seagrass too? I think that's just, yeah, that's just seagrass. I'll grab a few pieces though, so I can place this wherever I'd like. But yeah, bone meal. Bone meal will work just fine. But now, as far as any other plant life in the ocean, like you're looking at it, it's just a whole lot of seagrass and kelp. There is some ZAWA stuff that I think is underwater. Mainly it's on top of the water, but it's, there's not much that goes underwater. And even if there was, a lot of it is very colorful, like coral and whatnot. And I'm trying to avoid adding that in this part because, like I said, it's supposed to be more of a representation of like the deep ocean. So we're going to just go with what we got. Okay, heading on back to the aquarium. I love how that mask sticks out of the water. I think that's a really cool feature. I didn't want to make anything else really stick out of the water because I don't want the orca getting stuck on it. Like, this is about as deep as I'm going to go with anything near the surface. I really don't want the orca getting stuck on it. Now, before I add the orca, I do have to build the walls up. Like I said, the orca does jump. The front of this is a thing that I am going to have to come up with a solution for at a later time because I don't want the orca jumping out the front. Can you even imagine? Can you even imagine being a guest at this park? Okay, you're here seeing the animals. You got your kids with you. Everything's wonderful, and you're here. You're here, and you got this little kid, all right? And he's like, "Hey, look, it's a whale!" And he raises his hand up like Free Willy style to tell the orca to jump, and the orca does jumps and just body slams the entire. All the people out here, how horrific that would be. Yeah, no bueno. So I don't want them. I don't want to have that kind of incident going on. So I do have to find a way to block the orca from jumping out the front. I don't really know what I'm going to do with that or how I'm going to do that, but I'll think of something later. That's the answer. I'll think of something else later. For right now, we're just going to keep rolling with it. I can always raise the cliff edges around the back sides of this, though, so I'm not really too worried about that. But let's get to putting down some of this plant life. I'm going to sprinkle in some kelp, maybe in patches rather than doing the entire thing, because I don't want this to turn into a kelp forest, but I do like the idea of there being kelp kind of like dotted in around these ruins. Sparingly again. Actually, let's just pick that one up again. I don't want to block the view of the ruins too much with from the viewers, so we're just going to dot that in just occasionally over there, maybe put a couple in the back too, kind of near where the shipwreck is. Putting this dotting kelp that's growing up in the back behind the exhibit actually is fine. It's that when it's right in the foreground that I'm a little nervous about. Okay, some of this is already starting to grow, which is good. There's no real way for... I can't put, like, string here. This doesn't actually work with string. Obviously, there's water here, so I'm just going to have to let this kind of go. Just going to have to let this go, and whatever happens, happens with it. Let's get to doing some bone meal and then grab some of this here, grab some bones here, and we're going to start sprinkling in the bone meal and letting that kind of spread wherever that wants to, especially around where the kelp is growing. Let's see if we can't dot that. See, look at that. Yeah, this is how it's going to end up looking really, really good. Okay, I might have gone a little overboard with the bone meal, but that's okay. You know why? Because we can always remove it. I don't actually particularly need seagrass, and it's a very easy thing to get, so I'm not even going to try to collect this stuff. I'm just going to break some of this. All right, we're going to break this up a little bit because I do want to keep like the sandy bottom exposed quite a bit. I don't need this much seagrass in here. Okay, there's not much else I can do. The only other thing I can think of, and I'm not sure how this is going to look, so I'm going to test it, and if it looks terrible, we are going to not do this at all. I'm going to bring some spruce leaves into this to kind of make my own kind of kelp. I've done this before in other exhibits, but a lot of times it has a water effect on it where it looks like the edge of the water is there. Now, with my shader pack, I don't know how this is going to look, but I know on vanilla Minecraft it's probably going to look terrible. But what does this look like? Not terrible. There, you can still see the edge of the water a little bit, kind of. But from a distance, it's not that bad. Now, this is going to look bad for other people, I think. But for me, it's going to look great. And I'm the only one seeing this. So, maybe I'll actually go ahead and add a couple of, like, bits of... well, I don't really want to go much higher than that. I don't want to beach the animal. Add a little bit of custom plant life kelp, kind of especially along the back here. Just in a couple spots here or there. I could also hide some glowstone underneath this, too, because of that. So, could be a good thing. You know, because of this stuff, actually, I could have, like, a large portion of this coming up and, like, scaling the edge of the cliff edge here, actually. Poking out of the water, actually. Completely going up the edge of the cliff. I think that would look really, really cool. I think that's about all I'm going to do with this. I didn't add too much of this foliage in the back along the cliff edge there. I'm just going to have some of these creeping vines kind of, like, creeping up occasionally. I do have to finish the back wall still, so that's not quite done. But that'll be for a later GReimer. Screw that guy. He can deal with that. Future GReimer's gonna have his work cut out for him. However, I'm thinking this is basically done. I did go through and add in some glowstone spots around here, so I'm kind of curious to see what that actually looks like. Let me grab my balls and just throw them out here real quick, so that way we can get outside and take a peek at this glorious exhibit. There it is, right there. Bam! Didn't land in any spiders. That's kind of impressive. Alright, so what does this look like now that once the night vision wears off? Because it looks good with the night vision. Maybe not on YouTube, but once that wears off, it looks like pretty dark still, but I did add some glowstone in there, so you can see some patches there where it's a little bit brighter. That's because there's glowstone there, so hopefully we'll lighten that up just a little bit. Again, I'm going to put a little stall here that's selling free night vision potions and stuff, so that way people can get the night vision effect, and they can see what this actually looks like in there. But I'm thinking that's going to wrap this thing up. I am going to need a name for an orca whale. I think I'm only going to put one in there, actually, because of how much space there actually is. So I need a name for the orca whale for the zoo. There's a lot of work to be done here, especially like the wireframing and stuff for the cliff edges and whatnot. But this right here, I'm standing on the path that's going to be cutting through the aquarium. The aquarium itself, as you probably guessed, is not actually a building, but rather just a location here in the park where there's going to be all the aqua stuff, and it's going to be on this peninsula. So there's a whole bunch of exhibits we still got to build here too. So alrighty guys, I'm going to wrap this one up, so if you did enjoy it, please go down and smash that like button. Let me know what you think of this aquarium behind me, if it looks good, bad, or in between. I will be back next week with more ZAWA for your eyeballs and ear holes to enjoy. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Hit that like button before you go, and I see the spiders behind me. I see them behind me. I don't know if you guys see them behind me, but I see them behind me. I see them right there. You see them above my head? Anyway, I gotta go kill those things. So thanks again for watching, everybody, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.